happy Friday, Raven County. I'm really excited to be here today at Daddo's Shenanigans.
Correct. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, with Tammy, Shaffer, who's you and Greg are the owner-operators.
We are.
Yeah, and it's one of Raven County's newer, I would say, establishments.
I would say yes, since January of 2021.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the day that's our soft opening day, is January. Don't know what day, but January 2021. It's all a blur.
It's all a blur,
It's all a
right?
blur.
Well, when you're as busy as you guys are, getting things done. So we'll start with the really hard part, and I know most people probably know, but where are you located?
Our address is 77 West Savannah Street in Clayton.
Yep. So Savannah Street, once you cross Main Street, is sort of the main east-west, but GPS directions get you here pretty effectively.
Officially on the west side of Clayton.
Yes.
That's what they're calling us, the west side of Clayton.
West,
We're on the west side.
west side of Clayton. Cool. So just a little bit, if I can, about you and Greg's story and your relationship with kind of Raven County.
Moved here 5 years ago, bought a home, decided that we absolutely love Clayton for every reason that every person lives here and wants to visit and be in Clayton. That being said, we decided that we wanted to open a business in Clayton. Really didn't know what that business was going to be, and decided we would open a family fun center that would offer every citizen of Raven County something to do, whether on a rainy day, a summer day, the evening, or the weekends. So Daddo's Shenanigans was actually formed and developed with that concept of families coming together, being in a location that we hold near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah. And you were actually telling me, if you don't mind sharing the story about Daddo's,
Yes.
that's a family
It
custom
is.
for...
It's actually a family story. My father-in-law was referred to as Daddo. My mother-in-law was Mamo, and my husband was referred to as Grego. So it's a term of endearment on the Shaffer side of the family.
Yeah. So when people come in, like, can I be Roger O while I'm here?
I can be Tammy O.
Tammy O? I like it. And if you have a Cam, you could be
Cameo.
or Camo. I mean,
Camo. There you go.
And we could have you can have some fun with this. Speaking of fun, what can you do at Daddo's Shenanigans?
So we have, what can't you do?
There you go. That's
So
funny.
we have Shenanigans food truck, and we also have virtual golf. We have a pool room. We have a virtual shooting range. We have a bourbon and cigar bar. I say bourbon and cigar bar, but it's also a pool bar.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you have some...
Oh yes, I'm so sorry, I forgot about those as I stare at them. Coin-operated machines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So if you're hungry, if you're thirsty, golf, shooting range, the
Coin-operated
machines.
If you want to play pool with your family.
So say billiards.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you want to have dinner or lunch on the food truck, you can eat inside, outside. We are smoking brisket and pork daily. We have an industrial smoker. Everything that we have on the truck right now is house made. All the sauces, homemade. And like I said, meat smoked daily. So if you're riding this way, I'm sure you can smell the meat on Willie, which is what our term of endearment is for our smoker. His name is Willie.
Okay. Well, Willie makes a phenomenal brisket sandwich.
Absolutely.
I can attest to that. I think it's my
Absolutely.
favorite. So we're going to put some video and some pictures of the golf simulation.
Okay.
But can you talk just a little bit about how that works and how sophisticated and realistic, frankly, it is?
Absolutely. So when you come to Shenanigans, you can actually bring your own golf clubs or you can rent your golf clubs here. So I think first and foremost, it's real golf clubs and real golf balls. The simulators, when you are on the simulator, there's over 200 courses that you can choose from. There's actually sensors on the simulator that's reading the speed of your ball. There's a camera that's actually recording while you're actually playing the course, for you to look back at your swings and how accurate you are.
Yeah, it's pretty, it even changes the elevation, right, based
Yes.
upon where your ball lands. So if you're like me,
If you're an advanced golfer, we can actually activate the swing plate, which will lift and rise, and it also will, whatever the terrain is that you're golfing, is how the simulator swing plate will actually flow and move.
yeah,
The simulators also account for the wind velocity of the actual golf course that you're golfing. It's real time, it's live. You can do tournaments around the world. You can actually, we can create a tournament. You can play against people in Nevada, Texas, Colorado,
Okay.
out of the country. So it's a very, very advanced simulator.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Can you make me hit shots like Bubba Watson, or
I cannot,
you cannot?
and the simulator cannot.
Oh, well, darn it. Well, it
But
was
it
what
can help you practice to get there.
I gave up on it a while ago, but it looks fun, and you've got 3 booths. And we were talking earlier, one of the myths that I like to try to destroy is the fact that there is a shortage of things for kids to do in Raven County. So you have children's clubs available?
Absolutely, absolutely. We've had 3-year-olds in here golfing, 5-year-olds, all the way up to high schoolers.
Yeah, so if it's raining, if it's too hot, if it's too cold, you can come here with the kids. Now, reservations, is that how that works, or?
Well, as we start moving into season, I would highly recommend reservations, but pretty much not so much. You can pretty much walk in and get on one of our bays, and just kind of like a piggyback off of what we've been talking about, the different things that you can actually do on the bays. So we do have golf darts. A lot of the children like to play those.
Mhm.
You can do driving range, 9 holes, or 18 holes.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's one of the things to check out. We probably don't have time to talk about all the things there are, but can you talk about the virtual shooting range just a little bit?
Yes, the virtual shooting range that we own is what's known, or formerly known, as the Megget system, which is actually sold to law enforcement and military. We're one of the first persons to own it recreationally. You can target shoot or situational shooting. It's real Glocks, real M4s that have been retrofit for blue laser. You take the magazine, you fill the magazine with compressed air so you get the actual recoil of the guns.
Yep.
And we do have Glocks and M4s.
Yep, you sure do. So Glock's 9mm pistol, M4 is a rifle,
Thank
both
you
of
for
which
that.
I've used in the Army. Meaning they are essentially the same chassis
Correct.
as you use and feel, same weight and all that kind of stuff. I checked it out, I've certified it from an old Army colonel. We're good to go.
It's the real deal.
It is the real deal.
It's the real virtual deal.
Well, I was going to say, because you have simulations, right, that you can set up, so you can just do target stuff where, like you say, you can actually be in a simulation. And I think that we're doing the Sheriff's Office right now is doing the Citizens Law Enforcement Academy. And frankly, while it's fun to do, it's also kind of educational because you understand what a law enforcement person in particular deals with in these live scenarios too, but you can do it in a very safe environment.
That's a very good point, because I actually, for the first time, I was in our shooting range a couple, 2-3 nights ago, and that's exactly where my head went and how I felt, that it really gives you a good idea of what our military and law enforcement face every day, that they are out in the field, out on the roads. It really gives you a good sense of how they need to be trained, what they need to focus on, and what to expect and what not to expect.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so if you want to spend a few minutes understanding a little bit about what law enforcement officers, peace officers deal with on a day-to-day basis, it's a great place to come. And again, you can have a lot of fun doing it at the same time. We are actually standing in the Waterfalls Bourbon and Cigar Bar, but to your point, it's a full bar, beautiful space in here, plenty of room, and you've actually got some cigars that you procure on your own, you were telling me a little bit about.
Correct. So we procure cigars, which are in this humidor right here. We procure those from a little island in the middle of Lake Erie called Put-in Bay. You can only get to this island by air taxi or by a ferry. There's a cigar aficionado on the island that leaves the island in January, travels all over South America, purchases tobacco, blends, works with a factory, and hand rolls a lot of his cigars. So we have a very good price point on those, and they're very good cigars, and it's a great story.
Yes.
It's a great little island, as you know.
It is, it's very cool. Now, can people bring their own cigars in, or do you want them to purchase here?
Purchase here.
Purchase here, okay.
And so with that being said, the only thing that is allowed to smoke in our cigar and bourbon lounge is cigars. And we have the correct filtration to evaporate and purify the air, so it doesn't really smell like a cigar bar. It's not to me.
Not at all. And you've got, like you say, the leather and sort of the right surfaces and all that kind of stuff. But, and I think to your point, though, no cigarettes.
Yes, thank you.
Which, cigar smokers, you know what I'm talking about. You don't like that. I know, it seems weird, but trust me. In terms of the future, I know you and Greg are always kind of ideating, very creative and that kind of stuff, and looking for things that you can offer to the community. Can we get a sneak peek at something that might be out there on the horizon that folks that live and love Raven can look forward to?
At this moment, I don't have anything to add as to what we're going to be bringing to Clayton, but stay tuned. You're absolutely correct. There's always something cooking with us, and you never know what that's going to be, so stay tuned.
Maybe a special request. If somebody comes up with an idea, I bet you'll listen to them.
Absolutely, 100%. We're always in for ideas.
Yeah. So last thing, for folks that are looking to get information about hours, different things like that, we talked about reservations, call when I have a question. Is the website the best place to go for that?
You can call at 706-960-9292. Our website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are on Google and Yelp.
Okay, and we'll link all that stuff
Perfect.
as well.
Thank you.
So you're welcome.
Yeah,
No, it's great to have as many things as there are to do, as you say, indoors. You know, kind of year-round, really for the entire family. It's all kind of on one level, so even seniors and that sort of stuff, no mobility issues. Plenty of parking right here by the courthouse. You got the public lots that are available, and you know, for folks walking around downtown Clayton, you know, it's very easy to get to different places. But spend a lot of time here, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Tammy, congratulations to you and Greg and really the whole staff for what you have going on here. And, you know, we look forward to coming back at some point soon to check out some of these cool things. Yes. And so if you haven't been to Daddo's Shenanigans, you've missed out on something special. So easy to find, easy to park, and a lot of stuff to do here. So Tammy, thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule. I know you're doubling today as the bartender, so you're wearing at least 2 hats today, but we appreciate you taking time. Yeah.
I would like to say, if I could, to say thank you to those of Clayton and for Clayton for supporting us and getting our business up and running, and for those that have come and enjoyed, and for every single person that refers someone to our business. We greatly, greatly thank you, and we so very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
We do.
That's very nice. Well, if you'll help me say goodbye, I always say to Raven County, We'll see you next time.
Until next time, cheers.